getting low. We're getting low. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Alicia. What up?
What's going on, family? We are
Popping in on y'all.
We're actually out and about. We're traveling right now, helping out one of our soul families.
Yeah.
And we had a few things that we wanted to touch on. But actually, while I'm doing that, give you all a chance to check in, because we're not playing the music right now and giving people a chance to know that we're in here. So let me get this pulled up so that we can see the chat. Because right now, if you all can see this little rig that we put together, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It is hilarious.
You have a little contraption going on, but it's working though. It's working so far.
Yeah. So give it a second. I just want to get the chats pulled up on here so we'll be able to see it and make sure that you all can hear us.
Okay, who we got in the house? Miss Sweetness. What's up, Miss Sweetness? We ain't seen you in a minute. How you been doing? Thank you for blessing us with your sweetness.
Yes.
Somebody said great morning. Yes, grand rising. I can't really. My glasses is in the car, so
yeah, we got it right
I'm gonna have to look here.
Yeah, so we got the chats on here. We got the iPad up. It's funny. You know what? We're gonna take a picture of the setup. I'm gonna take a picture right now of the setup, and I'm gonna post it on the
we got a lot
on the
going
community
on,
board.
Trying to go live.
Hold on.
You want to take a picture?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture.
Let me say cheese. Tell me when you're ready. Did it take us off and put us back on?
Let me see. Hold on.
Okay.
These people wilding.
So it just went out, and then we went back in and we hit resume. We've never been able to hit resume before.
Hold on. We're gonna see, because I was trying to take a picture of our setup and it was live. Let me just see if that does something. Let me see.
Like make it go away?
So y'all can see the
Let me say
setup.
cheese. Let me say cheese. Cheese.
Yeah, this setup is like hilarious. So we're gonna post that afterwards so you can see the struggle.
Man, that was crazy. It just went and just went out. But anyhow, we're not gonna let that stop us, because we wanted to come here today to talk about a topic that's been troubling the collective. Not everybody, but at some point in our experience, if you've been involved in a relationship, this might have crossed your path. Maybe not for you, but maybe for your partner. Yeah. So, but we wanted to just talk to that topic just a little bit to spread some light and awareness, just so we can have, we all about having different perspectives, like broader perspectives, so that we can have a deeper understanding about what we're experiencing, or what our partner might be experiencing. So that makes us more relatable, and take some stress off of us. Because a lot of the times, one of the things that really makes us stressed out is when we don't understand why someone does something. You could beat your head up. Why did they do that? Or why did he do that? Why did she do that? So we're going to speak to some things to bring about some clarity as far as being in a relationship. And I'm going to let my baby bring the topic in of discussion. Speak to that.
Okay. Please forgive me, because my mind is going back and forth, making sure that you all can hear us. So just before we get into this, please let us know if you can hear us. And actually, just to make it a little bit better.
Oh, you going to plug the mic in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So please forgive any shakiness that's about to go down.
Yeah,
it's getting a little shaky, baby.
This setting is very peculiar, but hey, we're doing what we got to do.
Give me just a second.
Boom.
All
right, we in there.
All right.
Okay, somebody said yes. Who's Steve? Steve said yes. Okay, she can hear. Wonderful.
All right.
Okay.
So everybody can hear pretty well.
Okay, good.
All right, let me just adjust that back.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
And this is something else, boy. You know this topic is important. We out here doing this. Okay.
So, this is something that comes up quite often, and it is the fact of, for one, when you really look at the root of what we're about to talk about, it's really about the fear or the unsettled feeling of being alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Somebody just joined us. Goddess 999, grand rising to you, sister. Welcome, welcome, and welcome
Yes,
to anyone
yes.
that's joining us. Just a little housekeeping before, so pause your mind, baby.
Okay.
Make sure you hold that kasha. Boop. Okay. Just a small housekeeping. We welcome everyone that's in the room. I see a few of you just joined today. We haven't started yet, so this is good. You're right on time.
Mm-hmm.
And please put a like, a small or a big like on the video, whichever you feel comfortable doing, so that YouTube will know that, hey, I like this channel, and so that they'll go ahead and not delete our video, possibly.
Right.
Right? Because they're doing a lot of censoring stuff,
That's a lot
as you
better.
know. But this video is not going to be one of those videos where we're diving deep into, the
Esoteric
stuff. This is really just to help along the lines of dealing with relationships. And we just want to give a lot of help that's helped us along our journey. And if it resonates with you, that's beautiful. If it doesn't, that is also a beautiful thing, because it means that you know who you are and you know what resonates with you. And we love you for that also. Okay?
Yes.
So, but welcome, Charlie. Welcome, my sweet love.
What's
welcome.
up? What's up?
Welcome.
What's up? What is going on?
And without further ado, who else did I miss anybody else? Kelrick in the house. We got Kelrick.
I didn't see
Honeydew. Okay, Honeydew. Welcome, sweetheart. Love
Yes,
you, love
yes,
you.
yes.
Please try to see if you can find out where our girl Marshawn is, because we haven't seen her, heard from her in a
Sent
while.
the messages and stuff.
Really miss her, but
Yeah.
sending her good love and high
Lots
vibrations.
of energy.
To everybody, anybody else that I miss, because I can't really see right now. Welcome, welcome, and again, just put a small like on the video, and I'm gonna let my baby pick up from the Kasha.
Hold on, you ready?
Yeah, click.
Boom. Okay. So, the issue that we're going to be talking about, just think about this. The root issue of what we're about to jump into is that there's an unsettled feeling of being alone. And this is something that we kind of touched on the video that we did, the live that we did, where we had people calling in and talking about how we're all one and things of that nature. But what we're going to be discussing right now is going through the separation phase of when you've found your loved one, whether it's your twin flame, whether it's your soulmate, whether it is your favorite cousin, whether it is your grandmother or mother, father who has passed away. Essentially, even though it may not all feel the same, it is, when you look at the whole of it, it actually is. Okay? But there's so many situations where people go through breakups, right? And through those breakups, a lot of emotions are flared up. And depending on how those emotions are flowing, it can cause chaos or it can cause harmony. Right?
We got somebody say they want to give up on their journey. Oh,
don't.
Listen, we're gonna speak to stuff like that too. We're gonna speak to a lot of things today, because I think the reason why people want to give up sometimes is because sometimes it feels like you don't have any solutions. That's what makes people want to give up, because if you're doing a math problem, let's say we have a math problem, your teacher says or your instructor says, I'm going to give you some list of things to do, and they give you some easy math problems, you're going to fly through that like bam. 1 + 1 is 2. You sound like Sarah. 12 + 12 is 24. I know this stuff, right? So you're pretty confident. So it's no problem. But when you have calculus now you got calculus, you got algebra. Algebra. Tyler Perry. That was a little joke. But anyhow, the more difficult the problem is, the less likely you're wanting to continue, because you feel like you're wasting your time. So if you have a calculus problem and you have this x + y + z = 1, 2, 3, 5, and you got a little q at the top and squared, you're going to be like, well, hold up. Nah, professor. Take this from in front of me. I'm not going to continue. So life is kind of the same.
Right.
So when you feel like you don't have solutions, you feel like you want to give up. So what we're here to do is to try to bring some solutions to the table
Right.
to try to encourage you on your journey to keep pushing and pressing forward. Charlotte said she wanted to book a session, but it won't let her. I don't know why it's not letting you
Yeah, that's weird.
book a session. That's weird, but after this live, we'll message you.
Yeah.
Okay. So just hang in there.
Yeah. So what essentially is going on here, right? Now, in one particular situations, this is something that me and my baby were just talking about, was that more specifically, how is it that one individual can move on so quickly while the other one is still holding on to what was or what could have been?
Yeah.
And I want to say this to say, prior to Leisha and I getting into a relationship, we had our faults, we had our things that we would hold on to, grudges, things of that nature.
Yeah.
But we have both gotten to the point of understanding that we're not going to be in each other's lives at all times.
Right.
So right now, everything is beautiful and is blissful, and we're doing our best to stay in the moment, to be present, and to appreciate what we have while we have it. But at some point in time, one or two things could happen, right?
Yeah.
Either, just for example, let's just say if Leisha was the runner.
Right.
Right, we're going to switch it up on y'all.
You're going to switch it up?
We're going to switch it up. Let's say if Leisha decided to leave me for somebody else, and that somebody else could actually be her. Okay?
Speak to that, baby. Woo!
So slow motion.
Slow motion this side.
On that side.
Woo!
Yes. So one of the reasons that she would leave is that she found somebody else better. And that person that she found that was better was herself.
Golly, I'm going to slap. Ralph going to get me. Slow motion for that one.
Okay.
Did y'all hear that?
So you got to understand that so either that is going to happen, or they will evolve into another realm. Okay? We talking about either pass away or anything of that nature. And once again, these are things that you can actually apply to just almost any relationship, but let's just talk about specifically for on our twin flame journey or soulmate journey, or we're talking about love right now.
The non-platonic relationships.
Okay.
To be more precise.
Now, we've said this over and over and over again in many videos.
Yeah.
But one of the things that are missing is the love of self.
Speak to that, baby.
Love of self. Because you got to understand that if you already know from the jump that nothing is promised, nothing lasts forever except for our souls. We're the only things that are eternal. Energy is the only thing that's eternal. Even this planet is got a ticking time bomb on it right now.
Right.
At some point in time in the very far future, this planet won't be here anymore. But our energy, us, we will move on, we will survive. But, gosh, now I'm getting sidetracked.
It's okay. Go on where the spirit leads you, baby.
Okay.
It's Super Sunday.
It's Super Sunday? Okay. Okay, so y'all still in here, y'all hanging in, all right.
Okay, good.
So, think about it this way. Just like my baby was talking about earlier, how if you were handed a math problem, but you didn't know how to solve it, you want to give up. And so we know a lot of you all are smart out there. So let's bring something a little home to a little bit more common. Like you have a goal of losing weight. Now, let's just look at the levels of self-love, okay? In the levels of self-love, when it comes to losing weight, if this is something that you're doing for yourself, you're not doing for anybody else, you're not doing it to get a part in a movie or anything of that nature, you are doing this strictly because you desire it for yourself, right? Now, there are different levels of the love that you would have for yourself when you're trying to achieve this goal. So let's just say at the first level, you kind of feel like you have the desire on the inside to lose weight, but you want it to be quick, right? You want to see those pounds drop off, like you want to see 10 pounds drop off in 2 weeks, right? But when it comes to the diet and when it comes to the workout regimen, you be like, hold on, I gotta eat like this?
Right.
I gotta do this many sit-ups? I gotta walk around this many blocks? Like, I don't know. I think I look good the way I am.
Right. Maybe I don't need to lose no more weight.
Right. Or you can be that individual that like, okay, I'm going all in. Whatever I gotta do, I gotta do. Now, that also shows the one level of love that you have for yourself as well. But now, taking it a step further, let's just say that you're a real fanatic and you want to do everything that you need to do to lose this weight. But you take it a little extreme. And let's just say you want to be a bench presser, right? And you see the people in the gym, they bench pressing 200, 300 pounds. And you are just getting in the game. Maybe you're a little, you've been in it for a minute, but you're now on the level where you can bench press 200 pounds.
Still a neophyte.
Right? And with that being said, you're going in there and you're putting 200 pounds of weight on your chest, and what's going to end up happening is that you're getting crushed. Okay? So what is really going on is that with this twin flame journey, okay, this twin flame journey is the equivalent to trying to bench press 500 pounds. Okay? Now, we're not saying that you can't bench press 500 pounds, right? But in order to be able to bench press that 500 pounds, you got to first be able to bench press 10, 100, 150, 200. You got to build yourself up. Now, let's switch this up and change the weight as far as emotions.
Speak to that, boy.
Okay.
Hold on. Woo, speak to it, baby.
Because some of these emotions are really heavy, and the emotions and the energies that come with the twin flame relationship are super freaking heavy.
And they are weighing you down.
Okay, and so a lot of people have gone through relationships, but they've been like 5-pound relationships, 10 pounds, 100-pound relationships, and then they want to jump in and go into a twin flame relationship where it's like 500. Once again, not saying that you're not able to handle a twin flame relationship. You just got to build yourself up. But how do you build yourself up?
Shadow work.
Self-love.
Self-love. Integration. Self-acceptance, which is a huge one.
Right.
Self-acceptance is a huge, huge one. That's a major key when it comes to being in any relationship. Self-acceptance, right? Accepting yourself where you're currently at. Now, if you don't, and it's funny because anything that you require from a partner, you have to have first established that within self first, and vice versa. You know, sometimes we are in these relationships and we are hoping and praying that the other person, you know, would love us a certain way, or they would do something for us a certain way. But we have to look further. We have to look deeper within that individual, and we have to look at how they treat themselves. Because if they have not done it for themselves, it's no way that they can do it for you.
No.
Because again, you cannot give something to someone that you don't first possess for yourself. So you have to actually have it to be able to give it to someone else.
Right.
Right? And so with that being said, to like my baby said, with these weights, these emotions, you know, they can get heavy. They got a little, a teacher had, you know, just a little story. This professor was talking to his students, and he was giving them an example of these emotions, right? And how they can get heavy in life. Like, you hold a glass of water, just a glass of water. You hold it in your hands for about 20 seconds. You know, you're just holding a glass of water, and you're holding your hands out. It's, you know, it's a glass of water. You keep holding that same glass of water, nothing changes. It didn't put any more water in that cup. You hold it for 2 minutes. It's going to start to get a little weary. Half an hour goes by. You're holding that same glass of water. It didn't even get more. It's just the same glass of water. But you're holding that glass of water. Eventually, it's going to become really, really heavy. Your hand is going to start shaking. In the beginning, your hand wasn't doing anything. It was just a glass of water. But you see, those emotions that we bring, those traumas that we bring from past relationship, even past lives, bringing it into our current situation and our current relationships. That's the weight.
Yes.
That's the weight that's going to hold you down because, we're not integrating.
Right.
We're not healing. We're not doing our shadow work. Right. And so we just continuously, pass this weight on from relationship to relationship, and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier.
Right. And just think about it this way. Just thinking about the whole scenario of holding a glass of water in your hand, right? And you keep holding it, and after a while it starts to get heavy, your arm gets weary. But what exactly are you supposed to do with that water? You're supposed to drink the water. It wasn't meant for you to hold on to it. It wasn't meant for you to hold on to it. It was meant for you to allow it to pass through you. Because even when you drink the water, it doesn't stay there.
Right.
Right.
But you do get the benefits from the water.
There you go.
You quench your thirst, your body gets hydrated and things of that nature. Now, once you finish drinking the water, you put the glass down.
Yes.
You don't keep holding the glass because you're going to go through the same thing. So you put it down. So drinking the water, letting it pass through you is like getting the lessons.
Yes.
You get in the lessons through the experiences and you appreciate it.
Right.
Right? But put the glass down.
Yeah, and taking it just a little bit step further because we really want you all to get this.
Right.
Okay. So so emotions are energies in motion.
There we go.
Right? And energy is a currency, is a current, right? Now, let me ask you this. If you get hit with a bolt of lightning, which is like extremely high in voltage, right? If that electricity doesn't have a way to escape your body, what does it do?
Speak to that, baby.
Okay? Because if the electricity stays in your body long enough, it will kill you.
It'll fry everything. Toast.
And this is a part of when it comes to when you're not in control of your emotions. Not even just talking about twin flame stuff. When you are not in control of your emotions, they can kill you.
It's energy, and we are electrical. We already established that we are electrical beings. Okay, so we have to find a way to transmute those energies and put them to better use to service us, because we are cells. Everything inside of our body, like we are literally made up of cells. Literally made up of cells. Literally, okay? And those cells, they're alkaline.
They're negatively and positively charged.
So if we don't know how to utilize, the cells within us, if we don't understand how this energy works, we're going to be always out of balance. We're going to be throwing ourselves around. We're going to be throwing our emotions around. We're always going to be out of balance until we really start to understand who we are, and then understanding, how do we operate with who we are. Right? Because you don't want to be a doctor and you have or be a plumber and you trying to take the plumber tools to do some type of surgery. So this is why it's important for us to really get to know who we are, how to balance out, our emotions, which is the energies, emotions that's within our cells, within our bodies, right? And I wanted to speak to something really quickly, because this seems to be a topic that's coming up a lot, about when you're in a relationship with someone, something happens, especially with the twin flame dynamic. You have the separation phase. And and this sometimes it gets confusing for people. Being in a relationship, you guys are in your bubble love phase. You guys are like super in love, and everything is just super intense, and everything is going so well, and they're saying all of these things you've never heard before. oh, you light up my world, like how Mercury, went into retrograde, and and ooh, and you're like a supernova in my life, and you've never heard these things before, and so and you've never experienced love on this level before, right? Within this dynamic that you're in, so you're like, this is the one. And I feel the same way. Oh my God, we're gonna get married and we're gonna have kids and we're gonna build a house and we're gonna have a little prairie and and you already made plans. And so now, a couple months down the line, and keep in mind you're on the bubble love phase is where the heart chakra is like beaming open,
Right.
right? So you don't see anything. You are not seeing anything but what is present and what excites you and how you're feeling in that moment. You are not entertaining anything else in the bubble love phase. Okay.
Right.
Now the bubble love phase is very, very high vibrational.
Very high.
Very high vibrational. Now, within this realm that we're in, we all know it's very dense. 3D is super dense. A lot of stuff, constantly happening. So what's going to happen after a while, your bubble love phase, it's going to, because it's so dense here, eventually you're going to start coming back down to reality.
Right.
Slowly coming back down. Now, one might come back a little faster than another one, depending on what type of priorities they got going on here, what type of connections and attachments they got here in this realm. So one is going to start slowly coming down.
Right. Right.
So when y'all start slowly coming down, this is when the bickering starts. You come out of the heart space, coming down into the chakras, into the lower chakras.
Right.
Oh, you ain't got no money, you broke. Oh, look at you. Oh, you got such an attitude. Oh, why you like this? Oh, why you like that? And so what's happening now is that you're literally showing you're mirroring. You're doing like what's called a mirroring effect. You're mirroring each other. So the thing, and this is why self-love is so important. This is why self-acceptance is so important and so vital, especially in relationships, because you have to be able to recognize your reflection.
Yes.
And recognize what the person is showing you. Because if you get stuck in playing the blame game and pointing the fingers, you're going to miss, areas, or fragments of yourself that you can collect and you can become whole through the mirroring that's taking place. Right? So when that happens, you guys split. You go your separate ways. Oh, I can't believe they left me. I can't believe what they did. He told me I was the supernova of his world. How could he? And then you go on your Facebook and you see them posting stuff on Instagram and you're like, oh my God, he's with someone else. How could he? I was a supernova. Yeah. Right? And you're confused.
It's funny because we have seen this play out so many times. It's like a broken record right now. And we've seen it over and over and over again.
All the time.
But one of the other main things about this is the expectations. Okay? Expectations.
That's what, because remember, prior to this, you built the family already. You already built it. You already manifested it in your head.
You already see it in your head.
So that's the expectations that you're expecting out of the bubble love phase. And so now you're down to reality. That expectation looks like it's not going to be fulfilled anymore.
And now you just want to give up because it's too much weight.
Right. It's too much weight. Now you got to wait, like what 7 says, right? So this is the emotional balance that we're talking about here. Yeah. And also drinking the water.
And letting it pass through
you and let that water hydrate you.
Right.
Okay? And this is alchemy. This is when you become an alchemist.
Yeah, and so this is, if you haven't caught it yet, there's actually a solution in what we're saying, okay? But you have to raise your awareness, and actually for a moment, if you're watching this right now, we're going to take a quick pause, and we're going to breathe.
Breathe.
We're going to... Just take a pause.
Let it settle. Let all the energy settle.
We're going to give y'all a second. some of y'all in the chats. You got your conversation going. And sometimes the conversation can be good, but sometimes it adds fuel to the fire. So take a moment.
Take a moment.
Pause.
Just pause. Let it settle. Let it rest. There we go.
Okay. So, with what you're going through right now, it is giving you a checkpoint.
There you go.
It is showing you on the map of your life where you are. It is showing you on your emotional journey where you are. It is showing you the strength that you have. Okay? Now, once you figure out where you are, you can figure out where you want to go. And you can make a roadmap on where you want to go.
And also you can see where you just came from.
Speak to that.
Okay? And that's key. You can see where you just came from. And now you have the power to decide is what did I learn from that experience? What did I learn from that road where I just came from? And you pick those lessons that you need to propel forward so that the next time if you do encounter such a situation, you will now know what to do. And so you already know how to solve that problem. So now the calculus, the algebra doesn't seem that difficult.
Right.
Like it was, because now you've gathered solutions. Right? And this is how life gets, I don't want to say easier, because it's easier is not the word that I want to use, but it gets more manageable.
Yes. And just to, since it's Sunday, we're just going to pull in one parable of the story that Jesus told about the person who built their house on sand and the person who, I forget, there was 3 different houses, but there's one person who built their house on a rock, which is something that is solid. Solid. Now, in order to build something on something that's solid, you got to be able to really examine it. You got to look at it to make sure that it's actually something that can hold you up.
Right.
And when you're talking about something that's stable, the only thing that you can guarantee that is stable is you.
Because you get to shape and mold and create.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, once you have yourself stable, you have yourself whole, then you want to make sure that the individual that you bring into your life is whole as well. We don't need any more people that are broken getting together and cutting each other up.
Right.
We need to cut that out.
Right.
We need to cut it out. If you are broken, sit your ass down.
Right.
I'm just real, because it's getting tiring seeing so many people just cutting each other up because they are so uncomfortable with just being with themselves.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And so, with that being said, because look, earlier today, we saw a video, right? And this is a little comical. It may be a little bit comical, but from what we're seeing, we're like, oh, that dude is so fucked up.
Oh my God, that wore me out. That literally wore me out.
Okay.
Like, I was just like, oh
so
my God.
Here's what's going on. See, now y'all notice that every now and again I have a 5 o'clock shadow.
She's on bread.
And I'm not one for facial hair that much. I'm not a big fan of it. But this particular gentleman that we saw in the video today. And
listen, this is not to judge anyone.
No.
This is not to put down anyone who chooses to do this, because at the end of the day, this is your and our journey, and we get to make our choices and our decisions how we fit. But you can look at situations such as this that we're about to get into, and you can tell if this is something that you want to invite, or if this is something that you want to take on or not. This is your option. But we're just going to touch on the video to show you flags. Okay, yeah. These are flags that you can look at early in a relationship that would let you know what you're in for. And you can decide, is this something that I am wanting to deal with? Can I handle this?
Right. So this particular gentleman, he had, at first when he came into the barbershop, right, he had a 5 o'clock shadow like me. So, but what the barber did was very telling.
So what he did, he gave the guy a shave. He shaped him up right here, but then he started to implant a beard on his face. Like he shaved all of this off, so it's telling me that okay, he can grow a beard.
Right.
But here's the thing: so many people in this world are impatient. They can't even wait to grow a damn beard. But let's move forward. So in this video, they are implanting a beard on his face. So it looks like he's been growing a beard for about a year, right? So they shaved everything off and they implanted a new beard on his face that makes it look like he had been growing a beard for about a year. Now, this young man is now going to go out and meet some other women. And there's some women out there who love men with
Just
beards.
in love.
Like, oh,
it.
let me rub it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so he is out there stunting or fronting. He is out there not being honest about who he is. Right? He is not being honest about who he is. And you're falling in. The lady is, whoever he's messing with, is falling in love with the false perception of who he is.
Okay, and we gonna just dive into. We're gonna speak to this on a spiritual level. Okay, again, this is not.
Oh, what's up, DD? I don't think we've seen DD Alchemy in here in a minute. What's up, DD?
Oh wow, what's up? What's up? Welcome to everybody who just joined us.
Yes.
So we're gonna speak to this real quick. Okay,
Mhm.
This is not a judgment. It
No.
is not to say that we don't like him. Look what he did. No, this is not what this is. This is just a flag that you can look into for yourself. Like this is how you open up your third eye, right? This is how you have a different perspective on things.
Right.
So now you can see the level of appreciation that this particular individual have for themselves, right? So if you're gonna go,
We got some visitors on.
okay, we got visitors. So you're gonna go and you're gonna put glue because there's a lot of glue now, a whole lot of black glue. So after you shave this, right, and you put black glue over this, that's just you're asking for trouble. And then you put in glue all around here, then you put in, that's just literally asking for trouble. So you could see right away where where the state of mind is at with this individual, right? What they're willing to do to build a fake persona, which is almost like a prison for themselves. So you're building a prison for yourselves and you're introducing this prison to someone else. And and it's a trait, it's a way of thinking. So what other prisons are up there that's surrounded around that lack of self-appreciation, right? And then that's what my baby was saying, you get into a relationship and then you start to see, after the looks fade away, then you start to see the traits that's just jumping out at you and it's just showing itself, right? So you can look at things like that and you can see that this person has some healing to do. No judgment, but they have some healing to do. They have some self-acceptance work to do. They have some self-love work to do, self-appreciation, right? But these are just some of the tell signs that you can see and you can know, is this something that I want to get involved with or do I want to allow this individual to heal before I, jump into this union with this person? Because later on, after the bubble love phase fades away, then those things, they're going to start showing themselves like, hey, what's up? You have when you meet someone, you're going to meet their representative first. Yep. Okay? You're going to meet the representative. The representatives are usually pretty nice. Mm-hmm. Some people, representatives, they don't stay around that long. They 1 week, some people you might get them for about a week. Some people 2 weeks. For the average person, you'll meet their representative, depending on how often you see them, for about, I want to say, a safe 2 to 3 months. Mm-hmm. Their representative will stick around for about 2 to 3 months. Now, once that representative leaves, then they have a second representative. Okay? Now, that second representative allows you to know a little bit more details. Not a lot, right? But a lot more than the first one. So you really start seeing a little bit of things like jumping out here and there. You might see a bone fly out every now and then with that second representative. And that second representative, depending on the individual, They might last for maybe about 2 to 3 months, 4 months. Some people would have trained that representative for 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, I've even seen some for a year. So it all depends on how well that representative is and how trained they are. Now, I'll say after about a good year or so, sometimes 2,
They crack.
they crack. The representatives are like, man, I'm tired. Like, I don't feel like I'm being compensated, like,
Yeah.
and they leave.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of energy to keep up alive. But yeah,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so when you see that real person, now that's when the representatives have gone. Some people got 3 representatives. Listen, it all depends.
It's like an onion. They keep coming.
Right. It all depends on how much baggage, how much trauma, how much integration this person have done or need to do. That would determine
Right.
how much representatives they have and how long they stay around.
Right.
But you have to have the discernment to be able to see these things for what they are
Right.
and not be in love with something or someone that you want to be.
What? Slow motion this side.
Ralph gonna get us, boy.
No, hold on, Linda. Listen, Linda, listen.
Yeah, I'm just.
Listen. Ooh.
I had to learn this too, guys. I'm not accepted. I'm not, I'm not exempt from this stuff.
Hey, we're neither one of us
We
are
are not
exempt from this.
We have to learn these things along our journey also.
Right.
Okay. And my biggest thing in my past relationships,
Ooh.
that was my biggest thing. Like, I was in love with potential, and there's nothing wrong with having potential, right? But the thing of it is, I was living in the relationship as if the person was, the imaginary character, fictitious character that I created in my mind. And when they were not acting in accordance to the fictitious character that I created, I'm yelling at them. Right? What in truth and the matter is, I'm the crazy one. What the hell's wrong with me?
What? I'm gonna throw this phone. Golly.
Hey, Alicia, what the hell's wrong with you? That is not the person.
Yeah.
That is what you would like the person to be. And yes, they might have the potential to be that person. But as of right now, that's not what you're dealing with. So why are you getting upset? Okay? Because the person in your mind, right?
Doesn't match up to the
Doesn't
physical.
match up to the person that you're in the relationship with. So it comes a point in time when we have to be mature adults. And we have to
Take a pause.
take a pause, breathe, and realize what it is that we're doing. What are we convoluted in our head? Because we got to, this imagination.
It's
Boy,
strong.
I tell you,
Strong.
this thing to take you to heaven or hell or in the middle, wherever you want it to take you, right? So you have to be at that pivoting point where you stop, just pause, wait a minute, hold on, just stop everything, run Craig, run, Craig's in trouble.
Just pause.
Pause, stop, go, wake up at 8 o'clock, going to work, 12 o'clock, go to lunch, 3 or 4 o'clock, pick up the kids, come home, cook, read a book, study, go to sleep.
Wake up, do it
Wake
all
up
over
again.
again.
Wake up, go to work. Stop. You got to stop. And you have to look. You have to pay attention. You have to look at where you're at right now. Where are you? Look on the map, on your life map. If you hadn't had your natal chart done yet, go get your natal chart done. We do natal charts, twinflamesunite.com.
Yep.
Okay, we'll help you with the natal chart. Know where you're at. Get the map. Boop. Oh, I'm right here. Okay, look around. Golly, that was a long haul. Look where I came from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you look around and see where am I headed now? Okay? Sometimes you just have to stop and take a pause, take a breather. Right? And speak to ourselves. It's okay to talk to yourself. They train us in this matrix that you shouldn't talk to yourself. But sometimes you need professional advice.
Yeah. You can talk to yourself, but you can't talk back.
As long as you're not sitting up in the
As
car.
long as you're not talking, yeah, it is cold outside. What do you mean it's cold outside? It's not cold outside.
Don't
Yes,
you
it
do-
is.
don't you do that.
Don't do that. Just tell yourself, you can do this.
Oh, gosh.
You are awesome.
Yeah.
You are You are worthy.
You are amazing.
You
got
are
this.
enough.
You are enough. You got this. Let's do this. You've been doing this. Look at us. We 40 now. Look at us. We 50 now. You know, look
Yeah.
what we came through.
Right.
You know, me, myself, and I. We did it. Let's go. We could still do this. With somebody or without somebody. We got this.
Yep.
And another thing I want to speak to.
Yep.
Before we end this live, because we didn't want to make this too long today. It's Sunday.
Yeah. It's Sunday, and we gotta get up out of here.
Yeah,
in
we
just a
gotta
little
leave in a
bit.
second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, time is. Ooh, yeah, we do gotta leave in a
Yeah.
minute. But listen, guys, this one important thing that I wanted to touch on before we go is how can, and this was a whole video why we wanted to do this. So we're gonna end it with this one. Unless you got something else to add, baby, I'm gonna let you piggyback on that.
I'm gonna be like the debate. I'm gonna come in 10 seconds and
Yeah.
let that be like 2 minutes.
Okay.
But go ahead.
But yeah, so when you're in a relationship with someone, right, and you split up, right? We already said that, you know, sometimes, you know, one person, they come down from the bubble love phase before the other one. And sometimes the person that's in the bubble love phase might get scared and they might be like, ooh, I never felt nothing like this before. This seemed like potential heartache. Let me leave now. Let me escape while I can, right? So sometimes that can be confusing to the next person because they can be like, well, wait a minute. I thought we had something good going. How can they just up and leave like that? That person might have some trauma. They might have had their heart broken before, and they know what that feeling feels like. They know all of that little emotions and all that build up and all that energy, and it's familiar.
Yeah.
So their mind has connected love to danger, right? So because of their past experience and they're connecting it now, when they feel that lovey thing coming up, you know, something is going to be going off. Danger, danger, danger. Right? It's a protection thing. So they'll leave the relationship, and you're gonna be like, well, what just happened?
That comes from, and I'm just gonna speak to this real quickly.
Yeah.
But that comes from your expectation overshadowing who a person really is to the point that you don't care who they are. They just may fit your physical standards, and then you just gonna put them into a box when that's not what they're in.
And also they have healing to do. The person thinks that being in love is dangerous.
But you didn't do any investigation to see how were they brought up as a child.
Right.
Because see, once you do your shadow work, once you do your own integration and you can see how you were traumatized by one particular situation to the next and how it influenced you up until you became an adult, the thing is that the similarities between the traumas are normally about the same.
Pretty much.
So if you do some time, and once you've gotten yourself whole and you figured out your pitfalls and things of that nature, then you can now go to the individual and like, okay, so what was your childhood like? And they go in and they start telling stories, and you can see some red flags along the way, so you can determine on whether or not this person is whole or not. That should be the key. Because somebody put in the comments down here before, like, yeah, I ain't dealing with no more broke men. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Make sure that you're not broken either.
Ooh, Lord of mercy.
Okay? I mean, just being real. Make sure that you are not broken trying to deal with somebody who is already whole.
It goes to both sides, and that's the thing. That's a grown-up conversation.
It's a grown-up.
It's a grown-up conversation that sometimes we don't want to have. You know, we don't want to have with ourselves, and we don't want to have with others. Like we said, we're not exempt to these things.
No, we've. Because I know the relationship that I had before Alicia, I had in my mind like, oh, this is the one. We're going to get together. We're going to build this. And boom. Like, oh, what the.
Right. What the hell just happened? Right. Exactly. Like, what the hell happened? Right.
That bitch.
What did I do? What did I do to deserve this?
I'm a good man.
Right.
I'm a good man.
You should be lucky to have somebody like me, man. I've been there.
And we can laugh now. At that point, it was not funny. It was not funny.
But now we can look back. This is when we're looking back. But we can appreciate. I know I can definitely appreciate the experiences that I've had because it taught me so much.
Right.
It taught me what to do and what not to do, and how to appreciate people, even the ones that bring you the shittiest experiences. How to appreciate those experiences, because those are the experiences that really teach you some stuff.
Right.
Right? And just knowing that, and another thing that I wanted to talk about is when someone leaves a relationship and you don't know why. Another reason could be that, that person already left.
Got to speak to that real quickly, and then we got to head out. Speak to that.
This is
Speak
another
to
one that leaves us confused. Why did they leave? I mean, I understand that we had a little.
No, why was it so easy for them to leave?
Not even so easy. Yeah, that too. Why was it so easy for them to leave? And also, why have they moved on so quickly after we broke up? Right? Because that one bothers people sometimes. Like, damn, you just left out of here last night, and today you already found someone.
You already got a new baby.
You already got a new. Like, how does that work? Like, you must have been cheating while we was together. So probably.
But it's an indication of what? That they've already moved on prior to them actually cutting it physically.
Exactly. So when you physically leave a relationship, just always keep in mind that one of those, if not both of those individuals, they left already. You must leave emotionally and spiritually before the physical separation takes place.
Say that one more time.
Okay? So you must leave emotionally, spiritually, that part is separated first. So and this is just how it works, right?
Yeah. And just real talk, because with the marriage that I ended after 10 years, I was already gone year 8.
See?
In a marriage that ended in 10 years, I was already gone at the 8th year.
You see? So that's why they could move on so quickly. What seems to be, they're moving on quickly, that's because they have already left. Maybe months or even years before you did the physical separation. So don't let that keep you up at night. Don't let that worry your life, thinking there's something wrong with you. How come they didn't stay with me? And all of, let them go. Let them be, because they had already left prior.
Right.
So don't even let that confuse you. You see, the physicalness, that's the word I'm going to use. The physicalness of things confuses us sometimes. Because sometimes, if we don't see something, we don't want to believe in it. And then we also think that, something needs to, our belief gives life to something, right? If we don't believe it, it don't exist. Or if we don't see it, it don't exist. That is such nonsense. Because 90% of the things that are here, we can't even see it. Oxygen, which is the one that we need to live, if you ain't got it, you ain't going to be here, and we can't even see it.
Right.
So that just goes to show you the things that are really, really important and vital within this realm, we can't really see it. Okay? So when they leave, don't be confused. If they move on quickly, that's more than likely they had already left, spiritually, emotionally. They had severed ties a very long time ago. Okay? So don't lose sleep over somebody that moves on.
Right.
Very quickly after your physical separation. Don't let it confuse you.
Yes.
Okay, and I wanted to really speak to that because that was the whole point of the whole video, is just to let you know that people leave spiritually and emotionally long before the physical separation takes place.
Yeah, because that's it's just the natural order of things. As above, so below; as within, so without. So in order to leave, you have to leave on the spiritual level first, and then on the physical. Because even with the sovereignty that we did, it was something that was done here and in here first before we actually exited the matrix.
And that's how it makes sense. Things make sense when it's done from within and out, right? So with that, we always give the story of the egg. Like when you have an egg, when the egg is cracked from the inside, that's when new life is being formed, right? But when the egg is cracked from the outside, that's how life is destroyed. The life of the egg is destroyed when you crack it from the outside.
Right.
Okay? Because only when you really start doing work from within, then you get to blossom, and then you get to create life.
Yeah. So let's take time to turn within.
Yes.
We saw somebody else say that they blocked their twin flame until they figure out what's going on.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Hey, she blocked me.
That's what you think I did.
She blocked me and got her shit together.
Block.
Okay?
Block. And focus on myself. Got my life together because I realized that wasn't good for nobody. Know how. And you just have to just use integrity and just know what is right for you.
Right.
Right? Know your truth. Get to know yourself. You know, and love yourself. Like that is just the most important thing. You know, somebody said my twin flame blocked me. What should I do? You know, how do I get to talk to them? Why would you like? And this is a thing. And you know, it's because I'm on this level of perspective now. Because before I didn't have this level of perspective, and I was in the same, you know, way of looking at things.
Right.
But back in the days when somebody blocked me, I was there trying to fight to talk to them because I didn't know my self-worth.
What?
What?
All motion this side. Hold up.
Yeah.
So hold on. We're gonna bring this back just to say. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Hopefully I say this right and do it justice.
Yeah.
So you were trying to fight to talk to somebody who had blocked you because you didn't know your self-worth.
I did not know my self-worth.
Wow.
I was like, poor little me. Poor little me, you know? Nobody wants me, but this one person that, you know, apparently gave me a chance. Oh, I can't let them go because, you know, and I'm just there doing all types of crazy stuff, following them around and trying to talk to them and sending them letters and stuff. And it's just because I didn't know my value. I didn't know my self-worth. But now I'm in a different space. Okay? I have, you know, done some trauma work, shadow work, done some integration, really get to really love and know who I am and appreciate myself, appreciate my flaws, and appreciate everything about me because it all encompasses me, and, you know, it really does bring me to where I'm at in the present moment. And so I'm grateful. And I still have a lot more growing to do.
Yes.
But I understand now, and I understand if someone blocks me or if someone does not want to continue along in a relationship with me, I am just grateful for the experience that they brought to me. You know, I'm grateful for the lesson that they taught me, but I bid them well, and I just keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And like real talking, then we gotta head out of here.
Yeah.
Because even now, during our whole twin flame journey, we've had some people who we thought were on our side that ended up blocking us.
Right. It's crazy. Like, just blocked us out of nowhere. And I'm
we're
like, wow, what did we
what's
do?
going on? Like, we were doing things to help them.
Yeah,
and
promote and you
and-
know, and
but-
hey, it happens, I guess.
But they blocked us. It was like, it was a shock. It hurt.
Yeah.
But, you know, we were like, well, I mean, you know,
Hey.
we still got stuff to do.
Right. We still got to keep it moving. But hey, we still have love. We still have appreciation and
Yeah.
whatnot. But we keep it moving, you know? And that's just how life is. You just got to keep it moving, keep it trucking.
Yeah.
Learn and appreciate and keep it moving. And just continue to send out love and appreciation because we have to understand how this universe works. Whatever you give out, that's what you're going to receive more of.
Yes.
So if you spew out hate, if you spew out, you know, all those other things, it is just it's like a boomerang effect.
Yeah, it is a boomerang effect.
Yeah.
All right. So please forgive us if we didn't really go through on the comments. We see the
Yeah.
comments was really jumping, but my phone is acting crazy. And
Yeah.
once you all see this rig that we got set up, you're going to understand why we didn't really comment too much on the comments.
And my booty is going numb because we're sitting on the floor.
So we just wanted to come in and provide this information to you all.
Yeah.
If you know of anybody else who would need this information, please share this video.
Yes.
Definitely give us that thumbs up to make sure that, like Ralph said, let's beat the algorithm.
Yes.
Give a like on the video, comment,
Right.
do. Let's get it, y'all.
Let's get it. And just know that you guys, you are enough. If somebody does not want to be in your life, let them not be in your life, okay? And it is okay. It is okay. You will be okay if somebody don't want to be around you. You be around you. You love you. And if you feel like you're on the petty committee, okay? Because, sometimes we like to be on the petty committee. If you want to be on the petty committee and be on the petty committee with some type of integrity and some type of feel good, whatever, I always say the best revenge is self-love. And self-love would lead you to the road of success.
There you go.
Okay, so the best revenge is success.
Yeah.
So be successful at whatever you do. If you're trying to get revenge, or either way, it's going to lead you to the path of loving yourself.
Right.
And being the best version of yourself.
There you go.
There you go.
So with that being said, family, we love y'all so much. That's why we do this.
That's why we do this. Peace.
Peace out. It's about to get shaky, baby.